Never heard of him.
See, me and Boots in the same place.
Terence, but Crawford and Floyd Mayweather just went head-to-head live on air, and things got heated fast. Floyd tried to brush off Crawford's win over Canelo, saying Canelo was never that good anyway. But fans weren't buying it. They called it jealousy. Two eras just collided. Two kings who hate sharing the same throne. While Floyd's lining up exhibition fights with Mike Tyson, Crawford's busy dominating divisions. This wasn't just talk. It was a warning shot from boxing's new king. It all started with one question. Who's the better fighter, Floyd Mayweather or Terence Crawford?
Things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for the Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw
Crawford stayed calm, humble, composed. He said, Floyd paved the way, no question. But every generation has its king. I'm just doing me. But you know Floyd, he didn't like that one bit. He leaned forward and snapped back. Canelo was never that good. Beating him doesn't make you me. The studio erupted. The live chat went wild. Because if there's one thing you don't do, it's disrespect what Crawford just accomplished.
Terence Crawford is the best fighter on the planet. Pound for pound, he's that dude. In this four-belt era, he is now the undisputed world champion 3 times over. 140 pounds, 147, now 168 pounds, claiming all the belts. You don't see people doing that very often. Going up against a guy who was perceived as being bigger and stronger, Crawford was strong. Crawford was strong enough to fend him off, strong enough to make him respect his own power. He used his jab, he used his distance. He had poise in the ring, he wasn't rattled. He backed up and moved when necessary and kept his different. He exchanged enough to gain respect when necessary. It was a brilliant, brilliant, masterful fight on Terence Crawford's part.
But people didn't just beat Canelo. He dominated him. 12 rounds of surgical precision. No controversy, no excuses. Canelo, boxing's biggest star, made to look ordinary. While Floyd's preparing for a Tyson exhibition, Crawford's out here unifying boxing itself.
That's the fight that everybody want to see.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Do you respect him as like when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so.
I understand it, but don't lie or kept to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said they called. And we said, we never heard nothing else back about it. So,
right.
I mean, I respect it, though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But don't be kept.
Then Bud cut in. Then prove it. Not on Twitter, not in interviews, in the ring. And the internet lost its mind.
Who they are cancels out each other as far as height. You know, they both switch hitters, lift, and everything. All of that cancels out each other. So they are literally the same people, pretty much. The only difference is Crawford done been in the big stage against big fighters so many times. And also, with age, he didn't beat up his body, so his age is actually good. He got the grown man strength. He not just grown man strength, but he built on top of that. Like, look at him at 135. He was a little scrawny dude. He wasn't a big dude. Now look at him. He ripped up everything. He's strong. So sure. I feel like he got everything, has all the experience, all the knowledge. So I got to go with Crawford.
Terence Crawford isn't chasing fame. He's rewriting history. 42 wins, 31 knockouts. The first male boxer to ever become undisputed in 3 separate weight classes: lightweight, welterweight, and super middleweight. And he did it the hard way. No cherry picking, no catch weights, no politics.
Come on.
He's not me.
Yeah.
You know, as much as a lot of people, say we have similarities and, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me, and I'm not him. So.
Yeah. Tim had said comparison that he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, once again, he's not me. He's trying to get to where I'm at. He's where he at, I'm where I'm at. He got a long way to go.
From dismantling Errol Spence Jr., a fighter everyone swore was too big, to walking up 2 weight classes and outboxing Canelo Alvarez in front of 70,000 fans. Crawford's not just the best right now. He might be the best ever.
No, he don't bring nothing to the table. He got our leftovers. Why would Bud want to go backwards? I want to go backwards. Bud looking for bigger and better fights. So where he can etch his name in the concrete forever. I don't know, because I really don't look at none of the welterweight since we did clear the division out. I'm done.
Even analysts like Max Kellerman are saying it. Crawford's resume might be cleaner than Floyd's.
Terence is only going to fight Boots if there's loads of money on the line, because he knows how good Ennis is, and he's not going to fight anymore unless it's for a lot of money. So we have to do what we say. We have to prove the quality of Ennis, and he has to earn his shot against Crawford. But that is the fight that I look at in 9 to 12 months' time, 3 fights down the line. And I think US fight fans are going to be crying out for that fight. Like, you imagine if we beat Lima on Saturday, we beat Ortiz, we beat Fundora or Mertzalayev or Zayas. Everyone will be calling for Ennis v. Crawford.
I think a lot of fans are crying for that now.
They have been for years.
Yeah.
But the reality is we still need to, it's not, I think everyone who, like I say, everybody that knows boxing.
Yeah, boxing fans.
One that knows how good Ennis is go, what a fight. That is unbelievable. But still, you've got to educate people that Ennis is as good as I say he is. Right? And you do that by beating the champion. So we've got work to do.
Because here's the truth. Floyd's 50-0 record is legendary, sure. But many of those fights came at the perfect time. Pacquiao slowed down. Mosley passed his prime. Crawford's taking fighters in their prime and shutting them down completely.
Now you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. He's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but
right.
I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
That definitely. Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for,
While Floyd fought to protect his zero, Crawford fights to protect his legacy. That's why fans today don't care about numbers. They care about impact. And while Crawford's stock keeps climbing, Floyd's empire seems to be cracking.
Would you consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight?
Nope. I ain't going down 154.
Let's be real. Floyd Mayweather changed boxing forever. He turned it into a billion-dollar business. He made fighters rich just by saying his name. But lately, that shine is fading. The once best ever is now promoting circus fights, like his upcoming exhibition against Mike Tyson. Yes, 58-year-old Mike Tyson. Still dangerous. Still throwing bombs.
Y'all went elsewhere. But now that y'all see I'm the ticket, now y'all like, oh, yeah, we want to fight Terence Crawford. We want Terence Crawford. That's the narrative now. I'm done with 147. I ain't going back. I'm like, all right, I want to fight Fundora. He got 2 belts. I want to become undisputed at 154. That was my train of thought. But when he said he didn't want to fight me because I wasn't basically big enough, I looked at him like, huh? They want to fight Errol Spence because he's a bigger fight.
But you knew what that was, though.
Yeah. It's cool. I'm not tripping on that because now they begging for a fight. Now they want to fight me now. I don't sell, so there's no need for you to even mention my name no more. Don't say Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
All these guys that see now, they say, oh, he's the ticket. Win, lose, or draw, he's the ticket. I'll fight Terence Crawford. Come on, man. Boots had a chance to fight me. Virgil Ortiz had an opportunity to fight me, but now everybody, oh, I'll fight Terence, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, okay, cool. when y'all had y'all opportunity, you know, y'all went elsewhere. But now that y'all see I'm the ticket, now y'all like, oh yeah, we want to fight Terence Crawford. We want Terence Crawford. That's the narrative now.
And fans aren't impressed. What was once the best ever is now being called the greediest ever. Because this fight doesn't add to Floyd's legacy. It risks it. Even doctors and fighters are calling it reckless.
The power.
When I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity. That's all they say I've been fighting is nobody's. What can they say now? Somebody tell me, what can you say now?
Floyd's stepping in with a man who can still knock people out cold. And he's doing it for clicks, not competition. Meanwhile, Crawford's over here defending boxing soul. Real fights, real titles, real stakes. When the host asked Floyd, why not fight Crawford? He dodged it. I already proved everything.
So let me tell you something wild right now. I think Crawford should fight him right now if he's ever going to fight him. If he wants to, if Crawford has it in his mind to fight Boots, you might as well do it now. What did Floyd Mayweather do with Canelo Alvarez? Now Canelo was already an enormous draw, and that's the difference. But he didn't wait till he got super old, and Canelo entered his prime. He got him right then.
But are we talking business right now? Because if you're Boots, right? And I guess the thing for Canelo is Floyd made some good money there. Canelo had a nice following. Is there a super big following for Boots outside of just the boxing world?
That's what Matt's saying. The market is not that
I know,
big.
but what I'm saying is like, so the money was like, if I'm Crawford, would I jump out there and fight? Because Boots ain't no easy fight. Is the risk worth the reward? You know what I'm saying?
The answer right now is no.
I think Boots is probably a little bit bigger than we're giving him credit for commercially, especially after this performance. And I think if you fight Crawford, it would rise to a level. After Crawford's win over Canelo on Netflix, I think people do want to see this fight. Is it a mega fight? Maybe not, but I do think it's a very commercially viable fight.
Floyd said, I don't need to chase young fighters. Bud just smiled, because that silence said it all. He didn't have to yell or flex. Just one line shut the room down. I'm built different. I didn't chase money. I chased moments. And that hit Floyd like a body shot, because it's true. Floyd became a billionaire fighting safe. Crawford's becoming a legend fighting everyone.
What about the Terence Crawford fight? I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering those questions, you know. And if a fight happened, it happened. You know, I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
He's not hiding behind retirement. He's not calling out influencers or old names. He's taking real risks, doing what Floyd never did, daring to lose. That's why when Floyd said Canelo wasn't that good, it sounded bitter, because everyone knows Canelo was his guy. Floyd mentored him, and then watched Crawford dismantle him. Now Floyd calls Canelo washed. But Bud's win didn't just humble Canelo. It exposed how far Floyd's fallen. Crawford isn't chasing nostalgia. He's building boxing's future.
World-class Honda? What does he mean?
He said world-class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you're a world-class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he he wanted to move up in competition to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So, yeah, he definitely did say that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We ain't worrying about, right now we ain't worrying about Crawford. We're going to clean 147 now, and then we're going to move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
Right now, boxing split in two. Floyd's side sells drama. Crawford's side sells legacy. When the Tyson fight was announced, fans didn't cheer, they cringed. Meanwhile, every time Crawford speaks, the sport listens. He's not calling out retirees. He's calling out champions. He's not asking for paydays. He's asking for challenges. Even legends like Roy Jones Jr. say Crawford may have already surpassed Floyd, because greatness isn't about records anymore. It's about risk, and Bud's taking them all.
A fight that makes a whole lot of sense, and a fight that stylistically would be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis.
I think that's going backwards for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both these guys.
The live chat went crazy. Half shouting TB, the best ever. The other half shouting TB to Bud's era. Comments poured in. Mayweather sold his legacy. Crawford doesn't talk, he delivers. Mike Tyson fight? That's a Netflix disaster waiting to happen. Even fighters are split. Shakur Stevenson sided with Crawford. We're witnessing greatness. Appreciate while it's here. Calvin Ford stayed neutral. Both are goats of their own eras. And maybe that's the truth. Floyd built the platform. Crawford's reminding the world why boxing matters.
What we know?
I know everything.
I don't know nothing. I'm trying to find out what I know. Enlighten me.
What you mean enlighten me? You for Devonese and you for me.
You jumped up out of my sanction body to go fight in the IBF. So what I know?
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean? Was you ranked in the WBA or not?
Yo, it don't even matter. Yo,
all right, catch up, little homie. Catch up then. If it don't matter, catch up.
Yo, he picked Ebenezer.
Catch up.
Ebenezer was way under.
You just said it don't matter. Catch up. I'm talking about before that.
He not about it. We already know he not about what he's talking about.
I'm not about what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Right, go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams,
don't
man.
Want to fight. Yo, we asked for that fight plenty of times. Yo.
When?
Plenty of times.
What's plenty? When?
Man,
you front. You front.
Every era has its icon. Ali passed it to Tyson. Tyson to Floyd. Now Floyd's watching that torch burn in Crawford's hands. The difference? Bud didn't ask for it. He earned it. Floyd mastered the business of boxing. Crawford mastered the art of it. He's not ducking. He's not waiting. He's fighting giants and making them look small.
You have spent some time in Philly. You've worked with Bozy. You've worked alongside Boots. You saw the Spence. You saw the Crawford fight. Do you believe, because Boots has talked a lot about it, I know the sanctioning bodies have made him the mandatory now for Bud Crawford. Do you believe Boots Ennis is ready for Terence Bud Crawford?
For a fight, yes. You know, just because I know where his skill level's at. And it's about skill in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about who's the biggest puncher. Sometimes it's about just, having the skill and the ring generalship in there. So I do think he's ready to step in there with the best of the best. It's just a matter of time and when they'll give him a shot.
While Floyd's chasing headlines with Mike Tyson, Crawford's chasing immortality. That's why this live interview mattered. It wasn't about ego. It was about evolution. Floyd built the sports foundation. Crawford's building its future. And when the cameras stopped rolling, one thing was clear. Floyd is the blueprint. Crawford is the upgrade.
I've never seen Canelo starting to kind of lose focus in the fight. He was wanting to touch gloves. It was almost like he wasn't locked in. We never really see that from him, because when you in the you in the Terence Crawford was in the I'll shake your hands after I'm done. That mean-spirited Canelo wasn't there.
It's not even his age, Kamaru. It's the fact that he's been pro since he was 15 years old. Canelo has been fighting professional for 20 years, bro. His love of golf. I mean, De La Hoya brought up a bunch of points. Sometimes people hate, but sometimes they know a little bit more than we do.
So when Bud said, if you still think you're the best, prove it in the ring, you could see Floyd's jaw tighten. Because deep down, even he knows, Crawford isn't just the face of boxing. He is boxing. So what do you think? Has Mayweather's time finally passed? Or is there one last fight left in the legend? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe for more fight breakdowns.
Just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. Obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy, and Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in his prime.